Welcome to Both Sides Now, featuring the unconventional duo, Dr. Shirley and medium Kellee White. Two perspectives, one world. This is Both Sides Now.
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium Kellee White, and I'm here today with John Williams. Hi, John.
Hello, Kel. Happy Thursday.
Happy Happy Thursday, or is it a happy Thursday? This is
I don't
the
know. You've got a
question.
happy birthday coming up, though. I have to say that on Sunday. So,
I do. I do.
yeah,
Birthdays nowadays are so different. You know.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
With COVID? Oh, yeah, we all
Yeah.
get a repeat.
Oh
We all get,
my God.
yeah,
Like last year at this exact time, I'll tell you
yeah.
where I was. I was at an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert with Shirley at the Hollywood Bowl. And then I went to Texas to visit my daughter, and she had a baby. And my baby granddaughter, was born on my favorite day, September 21st, the Earth, Wind, and Fire song, September.
Right.
So, and then I went for Mexican food, my favorite thing, and margaritas. And that's what I love for my birthday.
Um,
So this year, let's see, I don't live in a place where there is Mexican food. Um, can't go visit my daughter. Not
yeah.
going to be going to any concerts. Although I did find online today, I got a thing on an email that said that Michael McDonald, who I do love Michael
Oh, yeah,
McDonald,
I do too. Yeah.
love him. Did you get this? That he's doing a concert on September 30th. It's, a Zoom concert, and it was like $20 or something. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do that. I'll tell
Cool.
Shirley about that. Yeah, because I
Okay.
love him. Love to support that kind of stuff, and I love it. And
Yeah.
you don't have to go anywhere. But birthdays now are very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
They just doesn't have the same
No,
energy to it.
they don't. No. And that's what I say. Anybody who is having a birthday during COVID, you get a redo.
A redo. I love
Yeah.
that. I just love it.
You get a
So
redo. This is a rehearsal. This is a birthday
this is a
rehearsal.
rehearsal. But I do have something kind of special on my
Oh,
birthday.
tell us. Yeah.
Kind of supposed to be a secret, but I'm a
Oh.
blabbermouth, so I'm going to tell it. So we may be rescuing a baby girl dog. And I'm
Uh,
so excited. We're going to do a test with this dog.
uh-huh.
I had been praying for like months and months for a dog that would be emotionally attached to me. Because
Yeah.
I have, thanks, Tracy. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Because I really want Otis. We have Otis, and Otis is, like Otis. He's an Otis lamb. But I really wanted another dog, and I've been praying and praying for this special type that I wanted. Had to be hyperallergenic, had to
Sure.
get along with Otis. I really wanted like some sort of a standard poodle because I just
Uh-huh.
actually love that. Anyway, turns out there was a woman here in our local town that had this exact dog that she needs to rehome. So I had been praying for this for a long time.
Oh,
So I'll let everybody know how it goes. But on
okay.
Sunday, we're going to do a family test. And it
Oh.
turns out that Otis and this other dog, she's so cute,
Mm.
get along really well at their when they go to camp
Mhm.
during the week. They get along. They're like best buddies.
Oh, that's great
So
that they've already met and get along. That's
I
wonderful.
know. So
Yeah.
maybe this will work. And if so, wow, that'd be the
Yeah. Is
greatest
that the
birthday
chemistry
present.
test?
The chemistry test.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do the family test at the
Okay.
house and see how
Great.
that works. And
Yeah.
and maybe we'll do it a few times. I did speak to Tammy Hendricks about it.
Wonderful. What'd she say?
She absolutely she told me how to do it. She told me how to
Great.
make sure that you start talking to Otis to see if he's
Mhm.
like really into this. And gave me a lot of advice. And then I also talked to Samantha Curry about
Mm.
it too,
Mhm.
and she really seemed to feel that they were a terrific match. And she gave me
Great.
some insight. And then I asked every animal person that I know how to do this, and since we want to do it the right way.
Wonderful.
So
Yeah.
it's a different type of a birthday, but
Sure.
in a way, it's would be profound if it works out.
Yeah. Wonderful.
So,
Yeah, I
but
understand. I know what you're talking about when you get an animal and it's not it takes longer than you thought to get it to be cuddly,
mhm,
trusting you, just because a lot of them come from abused environments, and when you get them, it takes a little
yeah.
while for them to
Oh
get over that
yeah.
trauma and heal. So it's good. And
Absolutely, and
maybe
it's
bringing her in will help Otis adapt more better to
Well,
you
we're
as well.
hoping that it would help
Hmm.
him tremendously and
Yeah.
also to help her. She comes from a loving family. It's not that the family didn't want her.
Hmm.
They're very loving family,
Right.
actually. I was amazed.
Yeah.
They're a very busy, active family, and they
Sure.
don't have the time.
Yeah.
So, just from the animal's perspective, from the dog's perspective, I want to make sure that she feels good and comfortable. But as you just said, it's going to
Yeah.
take some time. It's
Yeah.
going to take
I mean, that's
time.
why I got two cats because at first one took a
Mhm.
longer time than I thought to acclimate. Now she's doing great. But,
Oh, good.
having the second one definitely helped me because he was a kitten and he was very
Ah,
cuddly and all of that. So that's what I'm saying is like,
yeah.
when you get them when they're not kittens, when they're not babies, they have, you know, they
Oh,
already have
yeah.
their opinions of certain people.
It's and I always
Yeah.
really feel that every dog that you have, every animal that you have, cat or dog, has
Yeah.
each one is a different vibration. Each one is
Mhm.
supposed to be with you at that
Sure.
time, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're all going through some interesting times
That's
now.
so true.
Well,
Well, happy
let's.
birthday to Diana too. Her
Oh,
birthday's
happy.
on Monday.
Oh, do you remember my favorite song, 21st Night of September?
And then we got
Favorite day.
Celeste. Happy birthday, Kel.
Oh,
And
thanks, Celeste. That's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Ruda,
Oh, hi, Ruda. That's a great name.
Jennifer, and
Hi,
Julie. They're all
Jennifer.
giving
Oh,
you happy
thank
birthdays. I won't be
you.
able to keep up with all of them. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, that's very
Susie's
sweet.
happy for
Thank
you and
you.
Otis.
Me
Yeah.
too, Susie. I'm really excited about it. So I'm trying not to get too excited because just, in the event that it wouldn't work out, I don't want my heart to be shattered. So I'm going to try to,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like
Well, if
beyond
you've been
excited,
praying
but
for it, just
I
trust
have
that
been.
it's a godsend and it's all going to work out.
I was praying for this exact situation.
Oh, wow.
So let's see. Here we go and let the universe take over. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to do. Well, we have a very interesting time right now. Today, it already has begun actually.
Mm.
We have a new moon in Virgo. New moon in Virgo. And a new moon is always a time for a new beginning. And
Mhm.
Virgo, a new moon in Virgo, would be the time for healing. It would be about taking care of yourself. It would actually be a really good thing. We haven't had a situation like this one, though, in 30 years, and we won't have
Yeah.
another one for about another 30 years. This new moon in Virgo, it trines, which means it's harmonious with Saturn.
Hmm.
Saturn is currently retrograde in Capricorn. And so it makes it a little oddballish. It makes it a little uncomfortable. It's not, I know. I'd like to say something good. I really would. Um, in addition, because, that's just not enough,
Yeah.
this new moon opposes Neptune, and Neptune is also retrograde, and it makes it very challenging. So this is a challenge. But what I would say about this new moon, and particularly about today, is something really important because you shouldn't let anything hold you back right now. I think we already know whatever it is that we need to work on, whatever that individually is for each individual. I would, become really aware of what it is you need to do and set some intentions today. Set some intentions because when you make in an intention, set an intention, it makes it easier to manifest something. And we are all here to manifest something, to do something, to continue to do something. So this is not the time to give up. This is the time to move forward. So set that thing. If you feel like you need to lose weight, or if you feel that you need to exercise, especially with health, Virgo tends to run health. And if you think, how do I want to live my life in the next several months? Because we're in a situation. We're in a
Mhm.
situation. Nobody's going to go anywhere right now. So think like that because Virgo emphasizes the jump start for a physical body. It jump starts everything. So you might start thinking like this. Now, having said that, that's today. Every day there's something. Every day there's something. And I've talked about this before, but on September 19th, we have Rahu and Ketu, which are the shadow planets, the dragon's head and the dragon's tail. They're shadow planets, and they are actually changing into Taurus and Scorpio. And that is a big deal because that tells us that and it will be there for 18 months. And that tells us that we will have some healings that will come out of this, even though we're in this very traumatic, difficult situation that's getting a little more intense every day. we come out of this and there will be healings and there will be some amazing vaccines, if you will, or medicines that come up, or some sort of healing that comes through all of this. So we will get through all of this period of time. That starts on September 19th. You won't see the effects of that for, until next year, but it tells us that something amazing will be happening. Absolutely. So then here's another thing that we've got, because there's so much astrologically going on. It's shocking. But on September 23rd and September 24th, Mercury, which will be in Libra, squares Saturn, which is in Capricorn. That is a big one. So I really want everybody to watch negative thoughts, negative thinking. This can cause misunderstandings and it can be very frustrating. And that's September 23rd and 24th. But here we go with this big one. And this is really the big one. Of course, Mars is retrograde until like November 13th, I think. And Mars is a planet of war and energy. It's going to make things very intense. But on September 29th, Saturn, which has been retrograde in Capricorn for a long time, months and months, goes direct. So, okay, it's going to go direct. Now, Saturn rules government, it rules order, um, the old system, and karma. And on September 29th, it's a very powerful, powerful day. Mars, which is going to be retrograde in its own house of Aries, squares off on Saturn that goes direct that day, which will really be stationed, which is going to be very fierce. This is the second square. The last time Mars was direct and Saturn was retrograde. And the last time was August 24th. This time it's direct and Mars retrograde, Saturn direct. And there's a third final square on January 12th. But let me tell you what's important about this one on September 29th. This is what's important about it. That's the first debate between Trump and Biden on that day. So here's what I believe is going to happen. I think that it's going to get very, very intense that day. That day, that week, that month, the next few weeks, we're going to have, I think it's going to be a very intense time. And that day in particular will be very, very intense. And on top of that, it's a 33 day in numerology. Very powerful, very powerful. So uh, those are some big ones that are coming up. Also on the 20th is also a 33 day. So that would be a pretty powerful day. And that's Sunday. That's also a powerful day. So we've got
Wow.
a lot of stuff going on.
Sure do.
Action packed. The kind of action where you're like, oh my God, I just have had enough. I can't hear anymore. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be Debbie Downer. I swear to
No.
you, I'm not. I did a radio show this morning and I'm like, she was very upbeat. Her name is Marie Manchuri. She's terrific. She'll be a guest in January. She's a nurse who's also a psychic and intuitive. And she said, I'm very upbeat. And I said, look, I swear to God, I am upbeat. But I know it doesn't sound like it, but I
Hmm.
am. Anyway, so have I taken all the air out of the room?
No, I'm reading through the comments. I'm just like,
Oh,
wow.
is everybody like, oh, Kelly, I've
Oh
had
yeah.
enough?
Here we go.
Wendy, I love it. Today I felt a kinds of shit stirred up.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. I think what is going to happen, Wendy, is, and to everybody, some people on certain days are going to feel it more. Like today, I felt it less,
Hmm.
but yesterday I felt it more. And every day, everybody's got, there's going to be something that goes on every day with energy. This energy is not backing down. This is my point here. So breathe, laugh a lot. I talked about that today because some of it's so absurd. You want to laugh a lot. You want to be this soul that says, wow, I was there, I came, I conquered, and I left. That ought to be your motto for a soul here. I came, conquered, left. Wendy says, it just feels like the air is heavy all around me. Yes, Wendy, it does. Because it is. And
Hmm.
let's talk about, the hurricane in the South, in Alabama particularly, and Louisiana. My goodness. And the fires uh, in the West. My goodness. Yes, cat, you can't. very well be positive when the planetary alignments are straight from hell.
Mm.
Boy,
Yeah,
couldn't say
these are
it
the
better
comments that
myself.
we're getting, so that's yeah.
Kat, that's hysterically true.
Yeah.
Straight from hell. It does feel that way, doesn't it? Lindsay says, what can we do to help with the crazy energy? Well, great question. You know, you want to, well, let's see, breathe. I don't
Mhm.
know if there's anything that we can collectively do other than, maybe pray. Pray that we all get through this. Keep a positive attitude. Put your energy into yourself. Also, yeah, do the things, raise your vibration by doing things you do that you enjoy, dancing,
Mhm.
singing, laughing, create. This is a great time for that, actually.
Mhm.
Use that intense energy. I'll tell you what I did the other day. Don came in and he opens my door. He's like, "What's going on in there?" It was like I had a little party going. I had Earth, Wind, and Fire, love them, blasting away as I'm just finishing my book. I'm almost done. Honestly, I'm almost done now. And I'm just writing away and I'm blasting my music. That's my process because I'm a right brain ADD person. And
Yeah.
so that's how I focus. So he comes in, he's like, "What's going on? You're not really writing." I'm like, "Oh, I am writing. Excuse me, go. I'm still writing." But for me, the music just changed my energy and my everything, my mood, everything. So
Yeah.
for me, that's what I do. Is that what you do, John?
Yeah, I
Music?
watch a lot of funny things. I try to
Okay.
anyway. Sing,
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
you're a great singer. So
So,
you like to sing. It's fun.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
helps relieve stress, especially when
Mm.
you're not feeling that you're under a microscope for performance.
Oh,
So,
well, I know. I know
yeah,
you've not
so
had it easy over there.
yes. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, just when you sing for your own self and you're not performing, it's a whole different feel. And
Yeah.
so it's like easier to
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
So yeah, so I'm asking everyone what are some of the things that they do to raise their vibration. You can
It's
type
a
in the comments and let us
great,
know.
great question. Well,
Yeah.
I have some questions that people wrote.
Yeah,
And I'd love to know what they say about that, about how they raise
sure.
their vibration. I'd love to know. I know James Gardens. That's a big thing for him.
Mhm. Mel says she crafts.
Craft is good. My daughter loves to craft.
Wendy Gardens.
Gardens, great.
Mhm.
I cook and I,
Cat
I
says
have
she
a glass of wine and I cook, and it's so fun.
nice.
Playing piano and calligraphy have saved me. How fun that you do calligraphy and playing the
Yeah,
piano. How great is that? I mean, these are some precious times. We'll
yeah.
never, please God, never have a time like this. But this is a very big time to go in and explore yourself. What do you like? What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? We'll never have a time like this again. This is really an extraordinary
Right.
time, to do many things that you wouldn't have done before.
Mhm.
And again, it's almost like pushing ourselves into a different place than who we were. We'll come out of this, we will be different. We're going to be different. Lizette, who's a great painter, fabulous painter,
Mhm.
meditation, paint, and do kind deeds without any expectations. Let's talk about that, Lizette, because I love that. Without any expectations. It's very true. You do it because you want to do it, but not because you have any expectations.
Right.
Expectation will always disappoint you. Amy says, I use essential oils, which I love, Amy. I'm really big into that. So I am not a sewer, but listen to music and exercise and try to laugh. Good for
Mhm.
you. That's great. That's perfect. Those are great things to do. So let's see here, John. I'm going to read Debbie Foster Horan said, "Since my mother passed, I've been questioning my life path and not sure what I really came here to do besides motherhood." That cracks me up because remember back in the day, it was, you're a mother and then that's it. I always thought that was just the strangest thing I ever would know about. It
Mhm.
just didn't even make sense. I mean, that was one aspect of you. You come to if you want to be a mother, and you have that experience, and a lot of people do, and a lot of people don't want that experience. They don't come for that. But there's always more than that. I mean, there just is. So her date of birth is April 29th, 1969. And so, Debbie, you are a five of clubs. And a five of clubs comes to speak the truth and to learn the truth and to have freedom. And so I would say you're here to experience, I would have said back before March, a lot of travel, having different experiences. I would say that you come in to get to know yourself on about freedom. I know that freedom would be really important to you. In fact, I don't see that many five of clubs having children actually. So motherhood is not some birth placements. Motherhood actually is like number one, like Queen of Hearts, number one. But not five of clubs necessarily. In fact, some of them don't even get married. So I would say that you came in um, to figure out freedom and what you want to do with your life. Now, this is a perfect time to start figuring out what you want to do with your life because it's we had Heidi on the other day on Monday night's show, Heidi Tejana. And her life was all about transformation. She was very conscious that she felt this urge and need to make changes. And that's really how this works. That's how this works. And this is going to answer Danica Tracy says, how does one know if they are living their true purpose or fulfilling their soul contract? Well, good question. Very good question. I understand that we are all meant to learn and love, but do we have specific goals or tasks in each life? And if we have specific goals and tasks, how do we know we are fulfilling them? I'll tell you how. First of all, how does one know if they're living your true purpose? It's a feeling you get. Like if you're going sideways, you're going to know. Let's say you are. Can you hear me, John? Whoops. John, can you hear me? Am I there?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
still here.
oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was there because it kind of it went silent for a moment. No, you can hear me. Okay. Well, then I'll just keep going. Um, so you can feel it. It's like you can feel your true purpose because you can feel, again, energetically, if you're going in the wrong direction, the doors are going to shut. They're not going to be the same. They're going to feel like they are shutting. They're not, everything's not going to open up for you. And it's going to feel like you're hitting your head on something over and over and over. And you get this feeling. I get it in my stomach area, my I start to feel it, and it feels like I just have to make a change, or it feels like I'm drawn like a magnet to do something else. That's for me what it feels like. Like when I knew I had to go back to grad school, I tried to shut the feeling down. It wouldn't go away. It just bugged me until I just went with it. And I didn't get accepted to the first grad school. I got accepted to the second grad school. So the first grad school, I was like, oh, F me. I guess I'm not meant to be. And that wasn't the case. I still felt that gnawing. It's like a gnawing that kind of gets you to the next place. Your spirit guides kind of give you that nudge because I think that they keep that gnawing going, that come on, you can do it. Come on, don't be a baby. I think that's what spirit guides do. Don't be a baby, baby. Keep going. So for me, it feels like I just have to keep going doing something. There's so many times where I have thought to myself, "Oh my goodness, I don't want to do anything else." That's never the case. I always get pushed back into it again. So, how do you know if you're doing your true purpose? You'll start to feel alive. That's the answer, Danica. You'll feel alive if you're doing your true purpose. And that feeling is like you're excited. You don't even know. You're just excited about life. You're excited about doing things. You get that life force comes through you. That's what it feels like. It's the vital life force, and it comes whooshing through. It's passion. Passion comes through, and that's how you know. And that's how you also know if you are fulfilling your soul contract. You'll know because you'll start to feel that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. You will know it. You don't have to ask anybody. You'll know it yourself. Just be honest with yourself. Is this really what I'm meant to do, or am I supposed to do other things? I mean, that you have to start really thinking like that. And but some of us do have specific goals and tasks in life. Occasionally, on the rare occasion, I will have somebody that comes to me that literally made no plan on the other side. They were like, balls to the wall. I'm just going to pop in and see what happens. That's not really the case for very many people. I think I've had that once or twice, most and hundreds of readings. And I I think everybody really comes in with a plan and a purpose, and you'll know if you stray off of it. You'll know. You'll know because it won't feel right. You'll get that nagging thing to change. I hope that answers that question. John, are you there?
Yeah,
Uh,
Kel, I'm still here.
okay. Is everything okay back there?
Yes, it's just
Okay.
there's some issues with the connection, but I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure because I didn't hear anything. Oh, that's odd.
Yeah.
Kat says, no compromise. You don't find yourself giving up anything about yourself. Right on. You do not. You never give up on yourself ever. Don't compromise. Just do what you came to do, which is a feeling that just overwhelms you that you have to do it. And don't be afraid. Don't be bashful. Don't be afraid because sometimes people will go, well, I really don't know. And I'm like, well, start figuring it out. Allow that part of you to take away any judgment, any criticism. What do you really like to do? What do you want to do with your life? We're only here for a certain amount of time. Remember that. None of us know when that time will come up. So you want to use the time you have wisely. You want to use it for a lot of things, for fun, for love, for laughter, for all of these things, and somehow put a purpose in there. And that's how I live my life every day, actually. And that's how I've always lived my life. So everybody can do it. It's not just me. Everybody can do this. Oh, great question here. So Carissa says, I was wondering without judgment. This is my favorite part, Carissa. If connecting with spirit or your higher self through different hallucinogenics is a pure and authentic way to connect. So for me, no. I have to laugh because I am the one probably I mean, I don't know. I think Prajna and I have actually talked about this. I'm against it. I know a lot of people are totally for that. And I think you're talking about like what ayahuasca and all the other ones. And sometimes through these hallucinogenics, you will have some spiritual experience actually, and I've heard that, and if I did it and I had the experience, then maybe I'd be saying something different. Because of what I went through with my brain trauma, I'm opposed to all that because to me being in my brain is like the greatest gift of all for me. That's just for me. So am I judgy about it? Probably I am. Sorry about that. I can't help it. Now, I know James had an ayahuasca experience that was probably really good. I've known many people that have. Shirley had one good one and one bad one. I'm like, Cheryl, don't even tell me anything about it. I told you not to do it. But that's just my own thing. I just, anyway, I hope that answers that. But I am judgy with that. So I'm sorry. Um, oh, thanks, Jessica, for saying that. She had a reading with me. Oh, thanks. And if you're feeling a bit lost, yeah, I'll set you back straight. Anybody who's feeling a little bit lost, and that happens, that happens. So then, so Ardelia from Australia, hi Ardelia, she says, would our spirit guides know that we were going to experience a pandemic, and would they know that we would be reaching out to them for support this year? Would they have known this prior to the pandemic? Is this something they would have agreed to, in other words, to be a guide for us during this hard time? Yes, I believe that. I truly, truly believe that this was a planned event. Completely on the other side that we all knew, not just our guides, but that we all knew before we incarnated, that we knew that something was going to come up, something was going to happen. I think we all knew when, and I'm not to get political here, but when Trump got into office, that there was going to be a big change. You could feel the energy then. But I have felt this energy years before that something was coming down this pike. Felt like Henny Penny. Something was going to happen here. So I know that this was a planned event. And what is it the planned event for, really? It's, I think, ultimately for humanity to uncover everything that's been covered up and everything that's been just not good here, to uncover everything. So ultimately, we all learn about compassion and empathy and kindness and love, which is, again, ultimately why we agreed to be here, why we come here, frankly. But yeah, and our spirit guides definitely are aware of what's going on with us with this. And they often, I'll tell you what happened to me the other day. Oh, this is a beaut. This is unbelievable. I, you know, I used to get my nails manicure and pedicure like every 2 weeks. Oh, some Beverly Hills. And now I live on a farm, so I was lucky if I got it at all. But anyway, now with COVID, forget about it. So the last time I actually had a manicure pedicure actually was in February, and I know that because I went to Chicago to do a radio show. So that's the last time I had one, except that in July I found a woman that would give me a manicure and a pedicure. That she came to my house. She was, like totally COVID perfect. It was great. It was a really good experience, and we sat outside, we wore masks and all this. So I thought, "Oh, for my birthday, I'm gonna have another manicure and pedicure." Now remember, back in the day in March, this was I could have it all the time. No, this was like gonna be a special event. I was so excited. It's the little things in life now, right? So I make the appointment for this Sunday, and or last Sunday, I should say. I'm so excited. And she says to me, I can come to your house or you can come to the salon. We have had no problems. And, it's all COVID. Nobody will be there. It's a Sunday morning. Nobody will be there. And I said, let's do it at your salon. I hadn't been out to a salon in I don't know how long. Well, I do know, February. So here's what happened. She called me Saturday night. Saturday night. And I had worked, I think, till 8 p.m. She called and she said, Kellee, I'm really sorry. But we had a case of COVID and we've had to shut down. And so I'm quarantined now. And I literally was like, woo, mom, thank you. Or spirit guides, thank you. Now, what are the odds of that, right? So that's what I think spirit guides do. I think that was it really spoke volumes to me. I thought it was extremely important. So Wendy says, did we take hallucinogens on the other side when we signed up for this? Okay, that's hilarious. And what were we thinking? Yeah, I think we have to be really brave. I think to be here at this time, any soul at any age is very brave. Very brave. But as souls, our souls go on. They live, it's forever. Our souls are forever. And our bodies are, a small amount of time. And then we leave and we go have all other experiences. Having said that, we still have to be brave in the physical here while we're here. That's all. That's all. So Elizabeth says, is it normal to have very difficult obstacles, even if it's what you're meant to do, or do we get in our own way? Yes, it's normal. Great question, by the way, to have very difficult obstacles. It's normal. And yes, we get in our own way all the time. So obstacles um, help us grow. How did you respond to the obstacle? Did you make a deal out of it? Did you figure it out? Did you get around it? An obstacle makes us grow. And the reason we incarnate is to grow our soul. This is why we're here. This is why we come here. So, of course, we're always going to have different obstacles. Oh my gosh. I could tell you a bazillion of them that I've had. And somehow, I don't know how, honestly, I've seemed to move them, figure it out, and get to the next obstacle. It's like an obstacle course. Life is like an obstacle course. I think that's it. Yes, our group is teaching me so much, Susie Burrows. I love Susie. I'm really grateful that it is. I used to think that everybody had the same belief system that I had, and I found out that they didn't. And so we have a group, our Both Sides Now group, that's so great because it really is like minds, and I'm always so grateful for this group because we think alike. We're very similarly. It's a soul group, which is really, really great. Um, so okay. And here's another question. I got another question back up here. And this is from Connie Fogel. And she says, I have an astrology question. My cats were born August 12th and August 26th. Does that make them both Leos? Yes, actually, it does in Vedic astrology. It does in Vedic astrology. And so they would be, pretty, they'd have a good self-confidence, I would say. Leos have a good self-confidence. Brett says, to your point about being here at this time, I believe that we have each chosen to be here during this time. Absolutely. And I think we are all light holders, absolutely, to illuminate whatever is hidden or shadowed. Oh, I love the way you wrote this. Absolutely. Some will have a tougher time than others. That's correct, holding the light. Very true. But their soul has determined they should be here and experience this. Right on, sister. That's correct. That's absolutely right. And each soul vibrates, all of our souls vibrate at a little different rate. And you'll see during this period of time, especially, there's going to be, a lot of division. And so you'll see some will have more light, some will have less light, some vibrate. Everybody vibrates at a different place, actually. And this is a school, and I've talked about this forever, but it's true. Some people, I'll do a reading for somebody, and I'm like, oh, this person's in first grade, or I'll do somebody, oh, she's got her PhD, and we all come in to grow our soul. This is why we continually come back here. And this particular go around, if we are lucky enough to be here during this time, it's because our soul will grow 7 times more. So we want to be here for this. We want to let go of old karmic bullshit stuff that is just not helping us anymore. You want to break through any old crazy ass pattern that you might have, or with a person that you're with, it's not working anymore. Your vibrations are too different. You're over here and this person's over here somewhere. It's okay. Now is the time that you're going to start seeing these things, and your soul is going to push and push and push to make a change. This is the soul's job, actually, to make that change, to give you that nudge, that push. Your mind gets in the way, or as Elizabeth said, we get in our way. We all get in our each other's way. It just is that way. So, this, so anyway, that's what goes on here. I'm happy to take any questions now for anything, John. I'm
Yeah, so I
happy
opened the
to.
phone lines. Folks can
Okay.
call in at 213-893-4464. Again, 213-893-4464, and call in
Okay.
with your questions or for a mini reading.
And Tammy, I have to say this, Tammy Lynn, that's a great name. Tammy Lynn Monahan Kennelly. That's a long one. She says, "Good morning, Kelly. I just finished reading a post on BSTC. I'm not sure what that means. John, do you know what that is? BSTC." And she said it's on starseeds. And she was wondering if I could touch on any other species that are here on Earth. And there are so many to mention. There are so many, I wouldn't even know how to begin. I did a reading with somebody the other day, and it came through with Alpha Centauri. I'm like, what is Alpha Centauri? I had no comprehension of this one.
Oh, wow.
They're coming from all over. The Pleiades are a big one. People really, from the Pleiades, they're the ones that you can
Mhm.
tell if somebody is from the Pleiades if they have, usually, not always, usually light eyes. They haven't a big draw to dolphins. They're really sensitive. They cry really easily. They're very emotional. That's the Pleiades. So you may resonate to that. But there's hundreds, thousands, millions, and billions of places that people can come from right now. Anybody who's here from another galaxy has won the lottery ticket to be here. They really wanted to be here during this time. And often what they do is they raise the vibration of this planet. And so I think the question was before, what do we do with all this energy? How do we collectively do this? You want to think positive thoughts. You want to get together with people of like minds. You want to meditate on yourself and on the world of from Mother Earth, bringing up her vibration. So also you may be from Arcturus, which is I actually believe that I'm from. In fact, I know I am. Often highly intelligent, feel drawn to lead or guide others, have intense eyes, highly intuitive, gifts of telepathy and alchemy, and good at cracking codes. And I love to crack emotional codes. I love to crack soul codes. I love it when somebody comes to see me and I go, psh. I love to do that. I do. It's just so much fun. I love to look at somebody in every which way possible. And I think we determined that James was from Sirius.
Yeah,
They're wise beyond their years. They're drawn, although he's not into technology. Is that correct, John?
right.
Highly intuitive, prophetic dreams or premonitions, focused energy. And that's Sirius. And then there's Orion, which is highly intelligent, strong mental focus. They're very sensitive and strong psychic ability. So, what I'm saying is that all, I would say, of all anybody from any other galaxy, they would come in with highly sensitive beings, highly intuitive, and don't feel like they fit in. They may just don't feel like they fit in here because guess what? They don't. And I don't think most of them care, which is a great thing. If you feel like you don't fit in, that's okay too. For goodness sakes, why would you want to fit in? I have never fit in. I haven't even tried. I don't care. Lisa says, a lot of people showing back up in my life from the past. Is there a reason why all of a sudden they're coming back? Yeah. Oh, great question, Lisa. I've heard this from so many people. Yes, it's because it gives you an opportunity to say, thumbs up, thumbs down. I really believe that. It's like, did I like this person? What is this person? It gives you that opportunity to use everything that you've learned. And just because you've known somebody since they were 3 doesn't mean you have to continue on this road with them at all. I know people think that, but you don't have to. Well, we went to first grade together, so we still need to be friends. No, if you guys are completely opposed in different vibrations, why? So, a lot of people are going to be coming back into people's lives because we still have several planets that are retrograde right now. So you're still going to
All
see that.
right. So let's get to
Okay.
the phone lines, Kelly.
Okay.
We got several
Oh,
callers waiting.
sorry about
Area
that.
code 828
Okay.
is holding.
8. Who 8? Where is that? Okay.
I think this is in
Hello.
North Carolina. Can we have your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Hi, it's Catlin.
Hey, Kat.
Hi, Kat.
My question, Kelly, is my strongest clair is claircognizance, and
Okay.
I get what I call downloads.
Mhm.
What I want to know is, do you know of any way that you can learn or more quickly begin to sort of unravel and understand what those downloads mean and what you're supposed to do with them?
So when you say claircognizant, it automatically comes in, the information comes in?
Yeah, I just know things.
You just know
Sometimes
things, yeah.
it's just I know things. Other
Mhm.
times it's a download where I'm given information. An example would be when I got like an Encyclopedia Britannica download on how other dimensions communicate.
Wow. How interesting. So when you start to
It
get
about
when
6
you get
months to
these,
figure out why I even had that.
well, I tell you, I are you keeping a journal of everything that you're getting?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are different clairs. There's clairaudient, is clear hearing. There's clairvoyance, clear seeing. There's clairsentient, clear feeling, and you're getting claircognizant, where it just comes in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
information. So
That's my strongest clair.
that's your strongest. That's a beautiful one to have as a strong one. They're all unique, and they all come together. You remind me of Lisa Williams. Remember the psychic Lisa Williams? John, she
Yep.
was on our
Yep.
show,
Yes.
and she made that comment.
Yep.
She said, "I don't know." She said, "It just comes in." Remember that? You remember when she was
Yeah.
on the show and
It's
she said that?
like just this download.
Yeah, it's like a download. So here's what I would do with all that information. It's opening you up for some reason, is to give you information. It's like you're starting to open up. Probably all the other clairs will. Sometimes there's one that's stronger, but it sounds like
Mhm.
currently that's where that is. But I would start paying attention to all of a sudden if you get clairaudient or you start feeling or anything. What it's doing is it's found a way. Your psychic antenna has found a way to start bringing things in. We all have some sort of a
Okay.
psychic antenna. And I think your antenna is now at a place of uh, bringing in information, like it just drops in. I would
Right.
write it all down. I think it's very important. You don't know who you will receive a message for, probably, which would be important to know.
Exactly.
And that's all important stuff because everybody's abilities are going to change rapidly during this period of time. So spending time with trying to
Okay.
figure that out is fabulous. Great, good for you. Thank you. Thanks for calling. That was great. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Wow, that's a great one. Claire Cognizant, John. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a
We
big
have
one.
area code 520 holding. 520. Can we
All
have your
these
name,
area
please,
codes, I
and where
never
you're
heard of
calling?
these before. Okay, 520. Where are
Uh,
you?
this is Priscilla, and I'm in Colorado.
Hi there, Priscilla. How can we help you today?
I just wanted some general guidance. I'm going through kind of a really weird, difficult time in my life. Very confused kind of and stuck.
Okay, Priscilla, what's your birthday?
May 16th, 1964.
May 16th, 1964. Well, that is the issue right there. Because you're three of diamonds. So three of diamonds comes in to deal with, they get stuck often. And you're a Taurus, a true Taurus one. And so you would get
Yeah.
stuck. And so let me just do the numerology real quick here. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and you're a 5, so you've got to move energy. Huh. What do you do?
Well, I'm in marketing. I have a marketing firm.
Okay. And
But
how
I'm
old?
trying to
What?
change career. I'm trying to change careers because I don't really. I'm in the. That's the thing. I'm in this movement of moving from Colorado. Well, from a town in Colorado to another one, and then I've gotten in this kind of stuck where I can't find a place to live.
Is it because of your energy? You're trying to find something that fits your energy better?
Well, yes, and I think I found some place that fit my energy, but then I keep getting kind of blocked financially.
Well, okay. So how old are you exactly?
56.
56. Okay. Interesting enough, by the time you get to your birthday next year, and I know it sounds like it's forever away, it's not. It's just honestly just it's several months away. But by the time you get to your birthday, actually probably right before then, but particularly around your birthday, there would be a tremendous amount of change that will move you forward. Move you forward. I think the world energy has kind of held you back too. And what's going to
Yeah.
happen is that because of this Rahu and Ketu, Rahu happens to be in Taurus, and you are a true Taurus there. It is going to move your energy. I would say this, please be kind to yourself because you had a lot of trauma coming into this world and a lot of trauma just in general. So I would say be very kind to yourself during this period of time. Don't have take away any expectations of how things are and or how things you want them to be because things are going to actually be better for you. It looks like you're still working through some karmic heavy duty karmic issues here too, and during this period of time I would say the next few months be as gentle on yourself as possible for you particularly. Okay, I hope that helps. But you
Okay.
are going to get unstuck. It's not this way forever. You came in to be really creative and to deal with power and to power issues.
Okay. Okay. So no, like right now, as far as finding a place to live, then I'm just kind of, I'm just gonna have
I
to deal with it, huh?
just deal with it because I don't know if anything's going to come up right today or tomorrow for you. It has to be the right energy fit for you. You're very sensitive with
Right.
energy, and it has to be the right energetic fit because that true Taurus person comes in and says, "Oh, wait a minute." And I know how much a home means to you. I get that.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
everything. But the I'm getting chills. The perfect one is going to come in. What does this have to do with your mother? Did your mother pass?
She did pass, but
Yeah.
19 years ago.
Yeah, there's some connection here with your mom. I just feel her energy around you too. So I don't know what that has to do with this or that, but there's something here with your mom.
Right.
I,
Hmm.
I,
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is.
But
Maybe there's some
so if,
stuck energy.
stuck energy? Is that what you're saying?
Possibly. Possibly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if I find the place with the right energy, then I can move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's got to be for you.
Okay.
You just can't settle.
Right. Right.
It
Okay.
will just
All
drag
right.
your
Thank
ass
you.
down. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Kellee.
And
You're
Priscilla, I
welcome.
would recommend having a private session with Kellee because these are just sort of soundbite, quick readings that we're doing on the air. So if you could do a private session with her and go in more detail, I would suggest doing that and uncover really what's blocking you. Okay.
What's going on? Okay. I think that's a great idea. Thank you for that.
Sure. All right. You take care, Priscilla. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
All right. So, yeah, I just want to let people know these are sample readings. And, it's hard to get into the real thick of the matter, without going into a private session. So, and you are still taking private sessions. Are you pretty booked up,
I
Kel?
am. I'm booked up, but I have some space in October.
Okay,
A little
great.
bit of space, not a lot, but enough.
And you can go to kelleewhite.com. That's KELLEE white.com and book a reading there. And I also want to talk really quickly before we get to our next caller, Kellee, about what's coming up for us in October, actually, speaking of October. So let's talk about Bad Dads.
October 17th, I believe, right? It's a Saturday, October 17th. From Pacific time, 12 p.m. I love this, What Father Didn't Know Best. It's going to be about the relationship you had with your father.
Yeah.
Some fathers were present, some fathers were not present, some fathers were just not good, and the damage that was done there. And what we're going to do is go in and talk about different scenarios and to help you to move you on from that. Because I'm going to look at it from a spiritual standpoint and from a psychological standpoint, of what happens. And often it just comes down to knowledge. You just really need to know who this person was. What kind of father did you have? Because it does make a difference. So we did one on bad moms, and it was a big one. It was very powerful. And this one on bad dads will be equally as powerful. And we're also later going to do bad siblings. Oh yes, yes we are. We may do bad spouses. We're on a roll. But I love that, when father didn't know best. That's the truth. I had a very challenging father. Loved him,
And
but challenged.
so you can get tickets for that at bothsidesnow.com,
Mhm.
bothsidesnowtv.com. All right, so we've got our next caller coming in at area code 315. 315, thanks for holding. Can we have your name, please, and where you're calling from?
Hi, this is Colleen.
Hi, Colleen. How can we help you?
I'm calling from Syracuse, New York.
Syracuse. Hi, Colleen. How can we help you?
Hi, so I'm just curious if you can pick up anything. We're debating on trying for a baby number 2, and I've been asking for some guidance from some family on the other side. And I'm just wondering if you feel anything, or
Colleen, what's your
any
birthday?
direction, if we should be going forward, or
Sure.
maybe
Oh, I have chills on
stay
that.
how we are.
And can we have your birth date, please?
Yeah.
11 November 10th, 1977.
November 10th. Guess whose birthday is November 10th? My dog Otis.
Oh,
That is
nice.
yes, that's a powerhouse one. And how old are you exactly?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be 43. I'm 42 right now.
Oh, wow. So you're really at a stage of wanting to know. I've had this from
Yeah.
so
Yep.
many people today. Tell me, I mean, not just today, but in general, tell me why you want to have another baby now.
What was that?
Why do you want to have another baby now?
Oh, because of my age, mostly. We have one. She's almost 2. But yeah, I'm just, I'm kind of getting to that point where it's, the age where they're kind of, you should probably do it soon, not wait too long. Which, I mean, I've had no health issues or whatsoever, but and I'm settled now. We have a house and everything. It was crazy before we got the house, but we're settled. My boyfriend, he's got a new job. Like, everything's great right now, so I think tomorrow it would be the perfect time. But I always hold back on my decisions just because we had a little bit of a crazy experience with our first one. So
was it a difficult experience with your first one? Was it difficult?
What was that?
Was it difficult?
Yeah, she ended up in the NICU.
Wow.
She's fine now though.
Yeah.
So it was pretty scary.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, this is, we're in a really interesting time, and there are a lot of babies that do want to come in during this period of time. And if you really, with all your heart, want to do it, then go for it. If that's really what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I would say on that. I would say, if you really, really want this, then go for it. I have chills everywhere around.
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me if you get pregnant. And it's unusual. 43 is right at that cutoff, 43, 44. But I've had
Yeah.
so many mothers at this age say this to me recently. So
Yeah,
I
and it
I
is,
think
like
there's a
you
whole
said, it's a weird time.
it's
That's
a
the other issue.
it is a really weird time. It is. I mean, you have to balance all that out,
Mhm.
but if if your heart is set on it, then and if this is your passion, you really want to do this, then do it.
Okay.
That's what I would say
Yep.
about this. I wouldn't want anybody to tell me, no, don't have a baby, or I wouldn't want anybody to tell me any of that. You know?
Right.
I mean, it's such a personal thing. If you want it, then go for it. Don't ask anybody else. Just go for it if that's what you want. Now's the time.
Okay.
And frankly, now is the time. It's the time we have. Okay.
Yeah, and it's definitely difficult with all the COVID. So that was
I
the other
know.
thing.
I know. Well, it is.
I don't know
It
how long
is.
this.
It's going to be there for several more months. Yeah, so we've got a
Yeah.
long haul on it. It's just something to really, really suss out every single thing, every plus, every minus on it, and see how you feel about it. But if you really want it, then my advice is go for it. Okay?
Okay. And thanks. I appreciate that.
All right. Take care, honey.
Thanks. You too.
All right. John, I think I can just take one more because then I have to I have a
All right.
session
So
with
we have
somebody
about,
afterwards.
just give me a number from 1 to 4. We'll just
4.
Number 4. All right.
Number
We're going
4.
to, let's see here. Area code 812 207. Hello. Can we have your name, please?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
this is Ann. I'm in Indiana.
Hi, Anne in Indiana. What part of Indiana?
I'm Charlestown. Southern part.
Charlestown. I never heard of that, Charlestown.
Yeah.
I never
We're
did, but
right across from Louisville.
but my grandpa's name was Charles and my uncle's name was Charles and they were from Indiana. Charlestown. Okay. Well, how can we help you, Anne?
My husband passed away in January, and it just seems like, and then of course this COVID, but then it's like my future, everything that I had planned is on, and I just don't even know where to aim.
Oh, yeah, he just couldn't be here during this time of COVID. That wasn't what he signed up for. I can imagine your whole life must have just completely stopped and shattered. What is
Yeah.
your birth date, Jan? Or Anne, what's your birth date?
April 16th, 1963.
Oh, you're young to have lost your spouse. Actually, you're young with
Yeah.
that. Okay. So, and self-worth is everything for you. So this must have hit you pretty hard. Was this unexpected? Did he pass away unexpectedly?
He had stage 4 cancer 2 years ago, and he was doing amazing. And then all of a sudden, he started getting back pain, and in November they said it's bone cancer, and by January he was dead.
Yeah, it seems like it was sudden like that. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have a son?
No, I have a daughter.
Who's a young male around you? A younger male, younger man, younger male. Somebody else helping you other than, I know your husband passed, but is there somebody there that's helping you as a male?
No.
Really?
No.
God, I just feel that somebody's going to come in and help you then. If you don't have this person already, I really am getting from your husband, somebody's going to come in and start to help you feel alive again. Not so much as in a romantic relationship, but as not even as a companion, somebody to almost get you going again. It's almost like somebody has to, I want to say almost like a drill sergeant, not a drill sergeant, but somebody that gets you motivated and going again. Your life's not over yet. It's not over yet. And you have a tremendous amount of things that are going to start to happen to you, particularly after, in fact, your birth dates are right around when things start to move again. And I think that the grieving, I mean, you're still in grief, right? You're still in grief.
Yeah.
Of course. And he is totally around you. And I'm hearing happy anniversary. So is your anniversary just recent?
Well, it was in June. Yeah.
Okay.
It would have
Hearing
been 20
happy.
years.
It was important to him. That was important to him. All of this is, and he's not wanting you to keep going. He's telling me that he's telling me to almost like push you like a boss. He says it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're going to get through this. He's telling me prepare for winter. I guess it gets really cold where you are, but he's saying prepare for winter. I don't know if that means that he's got extra socks that you used to put on him. I'm not sure. There's something kind of funny about this because he's got a funny sense of humor here. I like this
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He wants you to keep
Yeah.
going. He wants you to, he says, live, live, live. If anything, it's like God, it's like, now I'm going to be hearing this in my head. Live, live, live. This is what he wants you to do. Keep going. Keep going. It's not over yet. Life's not over yet. He says I know this is a curveball, but he says, I've got your back, honey.
Oh, thank you. Because we got a 14-year-old daughter.
Oh, it's the 14-year-old. Okay. I got chills. He says, he's got her back. He's got your back. He's got your back. And this is really important. It's like I've got your back, buckle up. He's a guide, more than a guide. He's somebody that's really, I want to just come through here and keep pushing you to keep going. Okay? It's somehow this works out with you and your daughter. It will work out. He doesn't want you to have a down moment for a second here. Not for a second. Not for a second. He's a positive person.
I tell her Daddy's going to go on all her dates with her.
Oh, he wouldn't miss any of that. He's not going to miss any of that. But he's very positive. He's a positive man, and he's got really good traits. And he just wants her to just keep going and you to keep going. It's like he doesn't want anything. And he wants you to keep her in sports, keep her playing, keep her out there, keep her, enjoying life. That's important to him.
Yeah. Yeah. That was how he always lived.
Mm-hmm. Still is how he lives. And he says, if you hear thunder, that's him. I don't know what he's talking about with thunder. Thunder and lightning or thunder. Something funny about thunder with him. Okay. So he's around you. Don't worry, honey.
So
He loves you so much. Loves you and your daughter so much. He's around. He's around. He's not going to leave you guys. Okay, just because you can't see them physically doesn't mean that they're not there, and they're doing the best they can to give you as much energy as they can. Okay, this is important to know for everybody. All right, Ann, keep us posted, honey. If you keep us posted. How you doing?
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thanks for reaching out, Ann.
You too.
Take care now.
All righty.
All right, Kel. So it's already been an hour. Flew by really quickly, as it always does. So many questions, so many calls, and
oh my gosh. And you're going to do a show afterwards? I mean,
we're going to delay it an hour after, so it'll be at 4 p.m. Instead of this hour.
Well, I'll try to jump on. I've got a client right now.
Yeah, so folks, just check the Both Sides Now TV group for information about the after show meetup. That will be in our Both Sides Now TV group. If you haven't joined the group, go ahead and click the link to join. Get in there, and we will see you in the after show meetup, which is going to be on Zoom today at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Right,
thank you, John.
Yeah, happy birthday to you, everyone.
Thank you very much. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
And then Monday on Both Sides Now. Oh my God!
Yeah.
On Monday we have a really good guest too. You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him.
Stay tuned. We'll post the information about Monday.
Love him. All right. Take care, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
You've been listening to Both Sides Now, featuring the unconventional duo Dr. Shirley and Kellee White. Two perspectives, one world.